Hi everyone, Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to the 7th episode of our City Skylines playthrough, where we're still trying to recover from previous events, as this scenario just continues to get more and more wilder. I was not kidding when I said this scenario would get all kinds of crazy, considering we had multiple flaming hail, or meteors as you want to call them, just pop up. And on top of that, we're still recovering from a mysterious power outage that happened a couple episodes earlier, because half the city continues to remain abandoned. So basically, we're playing in Detroit right now. I mean, we should probably rename this Detroit with all the abandoned buildings everywhere. It is really holding our city back, though, so I think today we're going to address that and more and try to build this out. So if you're excited by that, feel free to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And with that, let's get started, and you know what? We got to do something about all these abandoned buildings. It's really holding us back here. We can't get any more RCI demand, basically. Or at least the R and the C. The I is literally the only thing we can get. Now, normally how it works, the game will try to demolish those abandoned buildings automatically, and then we'll replace it, put new buildings in its place. Unfortunately, we just don't have any demand, so I'm going to have to take some drastic measures to fix this situation. I am basically, and this is a royal pain in the you-know-what, I'm going to have to demolish everything by hand. I had a mod for this too, but again, I can't really use it. So, although it is an auto demolisher, so I don't know if that counts. Feel free to let me know in the comments section. Other issues. Obviously, some buildings are still being rebuilt as we speak. I see there was a few roads that needed repair. Let's see. We've got garbage piling up at that place. Couple places over here, so maybe we need some more garbage, but that is kind of secondary. Well, not enough customers. Gee, I wonder why. There's still a few collapsed buildings. Otherwise, there's hardly any issues, I don't think. Okay, the power is on. Water is working. That's what got us. Garbage is being processed. We are going to need some more schools, but we'll worry about that later. Wow, traffic is still doing good. Gee, I wonder why. Literally, this is the only part of the city that has a traffic issue. Otherwise, you can kind of see all the green, and, well, that one doesn't take very long to figure out. Noise pollution is fine. Actual pollution is doing okay, although this may have to be addressed in the future. I have an idea, and if this continues. It kind of involves converting these into some water towers. That might have to happen. We'll monitor this, although the pollution situation has gotten somewhat better, but without any currents or the ability to move these to, say, over here, that's just going to keep going. Hardly any crime. Once again, I wonder why that could be. Very low unemployment. We have no mass transit, but again, it's not like we haven't really needed it. We seem to be protected on the fire front, although there's a slight area of vulnerability over here. So, and then over here, obviously. So, everything seems to be going just fine. But I need to go in and demolish all of these buildings before we do anything and see if that makes any difference. So, I'm going to do that first, and then we'll hope for the best. But this might take a while, so hold on. Whew, that took a whole 10 minutes to do, just to get rid of every single abandoned building. Well, almost. We've gotten rid of every single abandoned building, but that looks a lot cleaner, if I do say so myself. There's quite a bit of empty land here. I mean, look at all this. All of that damage actually did quite a number in our city here. We lost quite a bit here, so hold on. Let me redo a couple things. What's actually funny is this does give us the opportunity to redo a couple things here. Maybe rewrite. So, but would be mostly from a mass transit perspective, and I don't think we can really do anything about that for the time being. So, we'll zone a couple of blocks here. But the bottom line is, let's see if maybe this works. So I'm going to put this on start here. Finish this up a little bit. So, but that was the main thing that was holding back growth of our city, is that we just had nothing. And I mean nothing. Okay, get that out of here. There was also a few roads too that needed to be rebuilt in the process, so I'm hoping this actually works. Let me speed this up a little bit. The rest of these are not collapsed buildings. They're just the shops are complaining that there's not enough educated workers in the area. That's all. I gotta save my game at this point and see what happens. I'm going up. You saw that, right? Yep, there you go. That's what I was hoping would happen. So it worked. So good to know that worked. That there was, just simply put, not enough. The demolished buildings were just causing too much havoc. Now, slight change, by the way. I turned off oh boy. Uh-oh. What happened? Are we really doing this again? This is like the second time this has happened in this game. Oh my god. Okay, I'm pausing it this time. Alright, right as I was about to announce something, then the game decided to throw in its 2 cents. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, hold on a minute. It's quite evident we don't have enough power here. I'm getting really tired of this, though. Every single time I turn around, and then this decides to happen, so... I think we can do this. Must be placed roadside. Okay. This is like the second time this has happened, and I cannot figure out for the life of me why it does this. Okay. Let's see if this works. 1 sec. Alright, we got electricity now. That is how the game destroyed us last time. Alright, it's going away. Come on. You know you wanna. What is going on? What? This is like the second time this has happened. Okay, we gotta put another power plant. It's getting really dicey. Eminent domain, because reasons. There we go. That should give that power. Oh, there you go. Now I figured it out. Watch this. There we go. Come on. There it is. Okay. There it is. Now we've got water back online. Woo, that was dangerously close. That is exactly how we ended up in this mess in the first place. I think our windmills might have something to do with it. I don't really know for sure. Oh my god, now we're overproducing. How do we go from underproducing electricity to over? That makes no heckin' sense. I almost let one rip there. Jeez. I really do feel that frustrated, though. It's like, really? Come on. We've had this problem the last time. So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the game here, we'll just put in a couple more recycling things. I've turned off random disasters from the game. We don't need to have them, long story short. We've already inflicted enough chaos on our own. We really don't need it. Trust me when I say that. So, we're just going to leave them turned off for the time being. Oh, okay, that one's just natural. I'm fine with that. So, just a quick change there. Now, second thing I want to change up are evacuation centers. We currently don't have enough to serve the needs of our people overall, so I need to get more of these. Problem is they cost 1174,000 each, so I don't really have the space for them. See, this only has a shelter capacity of 1,000. This one 10,000, so we need at least 3, maybe 4 of them to adequately serve our population. I know I don't really have evacuation centers too. Maybe I should plan those out a little bit. Oh, that was what did it. Look at that. Our demand is instantly rebounding, and actually, I just noticed a couple areas I can fill in. Well, isn't this convenient? Yes, I should probably rework those a little bit. So, I'm going to do that, and then build up a couple more education things, and then hopefully by that point, we should be at a point where we're ready to expand even more. Yes! It worked! Okay, getting rid of all those abandoned buildings definitely has helped our RCI. So that is the good news. So good to know that was the solution. Bad news. The pollution in this area was just way too much for water pumps. It was beginning to overwhelm them. So now we got these large water towers happening, and from this point forward, I'm just going to stuff large water towers on these hills over here. It's really the only thing I can do. Generally, you want to have the large water towers over here so the water can go down, you know, gravity and stuff. But yeah, that's really the only thing, but we can't really have pumping stations anymore. The pollution is just way too much. So that should be enough for right now. In the meantime, it seems like everything is beginning to come together again. The town is beginning to heal up very nicely, if I do say so myself. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Sometimes they just know. There we go. Speaking of water, there we go. What's going on over here? Do we not have enough? Not enough educated workers. Okay, that could be a consequence of they're serving our schools a little bit, which I did fix. I put in a few more elementary schools, and clearly I didn't put in enough. Hold that thought for 1 second. I clearly didn't have enough schooling here. There's a lot of gaps, as you can see, but the schools can only go so far. So that should be enough for that, and then we'll grab one more high school, and I think that should be enough. We still got plenty of space. There we go. Very nice. I mean, we could increase the education budget if need be, but I prefer some policies. So, are we fully zoned? Well, not quite. The game is still throwing in more. Again, we are still in full recovery mode, and I haven't even gotten to this side of the map either. But to be fair, I haven't really been able to, so there's not really too much I can do. Probably won't be too much longer before we do. One thing I do want to say is maybe on this block we could do like a, excuse you game, transportation hub. So that would be a nice little touch. So I'm going to just keep rolling on and we'll go from there.
Strike the city in the near future.
I should have known the thunder lightning was a bad omen. Oh, here comes our flaming hail. Great. All right, everybody duck for cover. This is going to be fun. Not. Oh, boy. So, now our city's evacuation plan is being put to the test here. We'll see if this works. But man, oh man, this is not good. It's always got to be this flaming hail, you know? Always got to come through and just ruin everything. Meantime, everything else seems fine. Like I was saying, I wanted to put a transportation hub over here. That would be a good plan. But it looks like we got some pretty strong meteors coming. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. You can actually see where they're going to hit. Well, one isn't going to be an issue. This one's going to probably wreck our mast tower and maybe throw... Oh, come on. Oh, the third one's heading for downtown. Oh, this is not good. There's one! It literally just hit the
A
mountainside.
meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is
Oh,
available.
by tower and water
A meteor
pumps.
strike has occurred. Avoid the impact
Oh, this
site
one's
and
gonna be
head
up
to
bad.
shelter if any is
Uh-oh.
available.
Oh, wow. Oh.
A meteor strike has occurred.
Oh,
Avoid the
man.
impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
That third one really wrecked a whole city block there. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Okay, so this meteor did nothing other than leave a nice little crater and maybe set the nearby forest on fire. This one took out our radio tower and cut off our water pumps. But this one clearly did the worst, so oh my god. Oof, that's gonna leave a mark. A big one. I'm not gonna worry about that one. That one didn't really do anything, but this one kind of ruined everything. So what I'm gonna have to do is clean up here. So hold on a minute. Totally did not roll for that. I guess we'll have to rebuild the tower and get our water pumps reconnected. This shouldn't take too long. So let me start there, and then I'll work my way into the city. Alright, objective number 1 is complete. Get the water pumps working again. That was critical that we did that. Otherwise, if we didn't, that would have been problematic. I'm not going to worry about the fire. This. Well, first off, let's release the citizens. Some of y'all are not going to like what happens. Only 3,000 dead. Ugh. That last one really wrecked us. Here's the problem. I don't have really much money, so hold on. We do have the ability to take some loans out. We'll wait and see until... Obviously, we got to fill in the crater first, but I need money first. And then we're going to have to rebuild this whole thing. What is down there? Alright, so our helicopter's at work. Oh, this just looks like a... Man, this just looks like a mess. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, flaming hail. Why do you do this? You just can't stop being a mess. Hopefully our fire trucks can do something about that. We've got our fire helicopters are also at work here too. This is just an ugly, ugly mess and a half. It literally hit our downtown area. It's like the last possible spot we wanted this in, so... I have no doubt the helicopters will put out the fire. Hopefully the damage isn't more severe here, and I'm going to have to rebuild this whole area. So, give me a little bit. This is where... I'm guessing this is probably where most of the deaths occurred, too. Like, losing 3,000 people, that seemed like an awfully lot. So, hold on. I'm going to try to start rebuilding this a little bit. Okay, so we rebuilt it, but this fire is now raging out of control. Like, there's still buildings collapsing everywhere. You can see half the city is still on fire. The fire department's doing their best, but man, oh man. This is not good at all. No, and then that is our evacuation route. So, we're going to have to rebuild once again. I mean, demand is just plummeted through the floor, so once again, we're going to have to figure something out. The fact that we lost that many people, though, is kind of concerning. Like 3,000. I don't know if it's because it hit a high-density area. And it kind of did, too. Like, oh, yeah. If it hit our high-density areas, there's not really too much we can do about that. So, at this point, I'll just rebuild, reroute the evacuation route, and go from there. So, let's see what happens. All right, there it is. Some rebuilding of a lot of things, including the water lines and a whole lot of other stuff later. We finally got everything fixed. I did have to rewire evacuation route to see if it'll work a little bit better than how I had it. I don't know why it was like that, but bottom line, we do need a police station over here. Alright. Bottom line, I think that's about the best we can hope for. So, well, this is a new one. Too few services. I've never seen that before. Okay. So, we're going to have that rebuild over time. So, while that rebuilds, and you can now see all of the collapsed icons are now getting replaced by ready to rebuild. So, they'll rebuild once demand returns. But I think the next step here is to do some districting. Because I don't like these red icons in here. This red icon you're seeing is not enough workers. There are policies for that. So I think it's about time we drew up some districts for this side of the map. As well as maybe... But we can't really do anything for this, so... Do that real quick, and then we'll hopefully by that point everything should be rebuilt and ready to go. And hopefully... Mother Nature behaves itself. Alright, I did some redistricting here. Beach Square is really which is our downtown, is basically the only special district. Otherwise, everything else is basically going to remain the same. Strawberry Heights might look a little bit different. That's kind of our beachfront area. I'd love to expand this a little bit more, actually. Let's do that. But I feel like it was about time to give us some districts here, so that works. And speaking of working, there we go. Got a new area for our beachfront property. Oh, we still have the old remnants of our old water treatment plants before, you know, poop water tried to invade it. There we go. I might as well do that now. The people in here, there we go. That's all set, and we're off. So, I think we're basically... Man, we have got a lot of commercial demand. I rezoned a few of these, too. Seem to be getting quite a bit of commercial demand here, too, but not enough... Our industrial demand, by the way, has completely got thrown off a cliff. I just noticed that. I'm like, ooh, yikes, what happened there? So... how do I want to do this? That's silly. Not a good spot for it. No. Not a good spot for it. Why are you residential? Get out of here. There you go. I'm wondering if I can convert any more of these to, like, commercial areas. Let's see, here we go. I don't like having these, like, boulevards. I like to try to do, like, squares of stuff. That seems to work a little bit better. Like, say, one right here. Another commercial block, say, over here. In fact, let's do this. There it is, and then I'll put in residential for what's ever left over here. That is not what I'm looking for. Bad game. Sorry, I had the wrong thing chosen. There we go. Kind of rewrite it a little bit. That way we can get a little bit more. I don't know why our industrial demand just all of a sudden imploded. I think part of it's because there's not enough workers, period. Oh, there's your problem. We just don't have enough people because they all keep freaking dying to disasters. Cough, cough. It's not cool, man. Not cool. Gotta fix this a little bit. There's obviously, as you can see, there's still plenty of buildings burnt down, and one that didn't get upgraded. There we go. Yeah, we're still cleaning up after the meteor strike. These things do take some time to clean up. Anything else our city could use right now? Don't worry about garbage, because one landfill is emptying anyways. How is garbage looking? Ah, pretty decent. Sweet. I think for the most part, everything is just all set. There is one thing I'd like to do, and that's to expand our water production over here. Here we go. We'll prepare for sort of kind of like more futuristic endeavors here. So we have plenty of space to expand. We're going to need another water treatment plant on that note. Oh man, this bay just has all sorts of polluted water, but there's nothing we can do about it, so... There we go. Now we have the room to expand. Education-wise, we're doing just fine. I mean, it's not like the school... Our population just keeps going away. Death care is surprisingly fine. I say surprisingly because it's like... Bruh. Everybody just keeps, you know, passing away here. Suppose we can build one more of these. There we go. One more elder care facility. And I think that should be all decently set for right now. I know our commercial demand's just going for the roof. One other thing I wonder if we can do is cut some districts in half. I didn't mean to do this intentionally. I'm going to be honest, I think figuring out mass transit in this city is going to be a little bit more difficult than it seems. Like in the last city we built, I accidentally left an open space. This time around, it feels like I've left too much open space. I don't know what to do. Alright, I think eminent domain says we should cut this district in half, maybe. Say right around here and just start cutting it in half, and then well, there isn't that nice. There's like an elder care facility right in the path here. Alright, we can't eminent domain that, but we can sure do the same for all of these. So I'm going to build this road across. I know I don't usually do this on camera, but I'll make an exception here, right past the cemetery. And we'll just end the road there. There we go. Not afraid to cut a couple things in half here. Throw in some more people, and we should be all set. At this point, I'm just waiting for the city to build up. As for disasters, well, who knows what might be coming. That last roll was pretty brutal, as you can probably tell by the fact that there's still plenty of collapsed buildings all over the place, and a road that for some reason didn't get upgraded. Okay, that's nice. But other than that, it is still full rebuilding mode from this point forward. At least we're making money. But I think we've got one last thing I'd like to do, and then I'll probably stop right there. And I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. Probably because we're trying to look to expand, but I think this might help. So hold on a minute. I think you might have an idea of what's coming next. Dirty little secret. Everybody knows the best way to make money in the game is toll booths. You... Excuse me. Oh boy. Not a cough in there. You knew this had to happen one way or another. Toll booths just had to be implemented. And of course I'm charging max fees on this. Why wouldn't I? We gotta do it. We gotta do it. You wanna leave the city? Pay a toll. Wanna enter the city? Pay a toll. Morgoth needs to refill his coffers somehow. There we go. There it is. That sweet, sweet toll income is coming in. Nice. That should help a little bit. And actually, speaking of helping a little bit, that is going to be just basically temporary. Otherwise, I think I need to raise these a little bit more. There we go. Raise those. And then I'll lower the industrial ones to encourage some use, and unfortunately that policy is going to end for the time being. We've got a little bit too much commercial demand and not enough things to do with it, so let me just zone up one more thing quick, and then I think that's going to do it for this chapter of the playthrough, where I must say that was a bit rough. That was a bit rough. We were, you know, I'm trying to get this in, but the game just keeps on dumping one disaster after another after another. It's like, oh boy. That meteor, yeah, it did some damage, so. Oh, that's what this playthrough was all about. Trying to test our luck and hopeful for the best. So, that is going to do it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.